Dear students, welcome to PUC second year biology class. In the previous classes, we are studying about the agrochemicals and their effects in that integrated organic farming method. And in that, we have looked upon the advantages of the organic farming. There are so many advantages of the organic farming. And after that, we are going to study is the radioactive waste. Use of nuclear energy has two main problems. So radioactive, lot of waste is generated from the nuclear power plants. Many of the countries have undergone the use of the nuclear energy, but there are so many problems pertaining to that. To get the electricity, it is one of the cheapest and the best method that many of the countries have undergone. But at the same time, it is also having the problems. Accidental leakage will occur. You can see the Japan, where many of the incidents have been taken place. Because of that, many of the people have lost their lives. Accidental leakage, if it is taken place, which will become dangerous. 3 Mile Island incident, Chernobyl incident, there are so many incidents which have been taken place for the leakage, and because of that, many of the lives have been taken off by this. Another problem of this is safe disposal of radioactive waste. Already they will be harmful, and it is very difficult to carry out also and disposal also. Nuclear radiation causes mutations, slow changes will be occurring, and that is being brought by the nuclear radiations. It is lethal at high doses. At lower doses, it causes disorders such as cancer. It is recommended to store nuclear waste in sealed container buried within the rocks about 500 meter deep below the earth's surface. But the public oppose this method. That is, even if the solution is there, there will be some problems pertaining to that. This is regarding the radioactive waste. Another one is greenhouse effects and the global warming. You can see this topic you are very familiar from your previous classes itself. When you are in the 9th standard, 10th standard, even this is there in the 6th standard also, greenhouse effect. What is it? What does it says? Greenhouse is a small glass house. You can see in the first diagram, many of the farm lands will be having this type of rooms, what we call them as greenhouse. Greenhouses. They are used for growing the plants during winter season. As you know, why such type of houses are being made? Remember, my dear students, during the winter season, the climatical condition is very cold compared to the rainy season and the summer season. Very, very cold. Even it goes to -°C. Under that temperature, the plants cannot grow whichever needed for us. In such cases, people construct the greenhouses in the field for growing the plants, because the main motto of this greenhouse is whatever the sunlight that falls and comes inside the greenhouse, it will not allow the sunlight to go out. Therefore, the temperature increases compared to the surrounding temperature. That's why they used to grow plants in such type of houses in winter season, such that the temperature whatever required for the plants to grow is attained. You'll get it. The glass panel lets the light in but does not allow heat to escape. Thus, greenhouse warms up the area. Remember, greenhouse warms up the area. I repeat once again, greenhouse is a small glass house used for growing plants during winter. The glass panel lets the light in but does not allow that heat to escape. Thus, greenhouse warms up. What are the effects of that greenhouse effect? It is a natural phenomena that causes heating. Now compare that. Greenhouse effect is a natural phenomena that causes heating of Earth's surface and atmosphere. It maintains the present average temperature of 10 degrees Celsius. Greenhouse effect or the greenhouse gases will help to keep the Earth's temperature in a warmer condition. On an average, the temperature of the Earth will be 15 degrees Celsius, or now it is reached to 18 degrees Celsius, which is best favorable for the growth of all the plants and animals. Suitable condition, that is. But without greenhouse effect, remember, even if greenhouse effect is not there, the average temperature at Earth's surface would have been minus 18 degrees Celsius. If greenhouse gases are not there in the atmosphere, the Earth temperature would have gone minus 18 degrees Celsius, wherein which many millions of animals would not have survived over there at that temperature. Therefore, greenhouse effect must happen. Greenhouse gases are needed. Yes or no? Yes. But now let us see further. Now let us see what happens further. Dear students, remember, clouds and gases reflect about 1/4 of the incoming solar radiation and absorb some of it. But half of solar radiation falls on Earth's surface, heating it, while a small amount is reflected back. That's what it happens. Earth's surface re-emits heat as infrared radiation, but part of infrared radiation is being absorbed by atmospheric gases like CO2, CH4, etc. and so cannot escape into space. These gases, what we say them as greenhouse gases, radiate heat energy. It comes to the Earth's surface, thus heating it up again. It causes the greenhouse effect. There are some of the greenhouse gases moving in the atmosphere. Whenever the sunlight falls, reaches to the atmosphere, part of that is reflected back and reaches to the ozone and goes back. Part of that, when it reflects back from the Earth's surface, touches to the greenhouse gases, again comes back. When it comes back, that makes the Earth to get warm up. If the radiations are not coming back again from the greenhouse gases, the temperature would have gone down. So, greenhouse gases are making the Earth temperature to remain moderate. Now you can see. Now, but what is actually happening? If that would have been there, okay, no problem. But because of the illegal activities of the human being, because of the luxurious life that is leading by the human being, because of the need of the people, greed of the people, nowadays, remember, I'm telling nowadays, greenhouse gases are releasing more and more into the atmosphere. Because of that, overheating of the Earth due to greenhouse gases is called global warming. Because of that, reflecting back the sunlight has increased. So, Earth is getting warmer and warmer day by day. Earth is getting warmer and warmer day by day. That leads to global warming. Globe refers to Earth, warming refers to heating up. Earth is getting more and more heated up so that it is making other organism not to survive. that leads to vanishing of the many of the organisms during the past century. The temperature of earth has increased by 0.6 degrees Celsius, most of it during the last 3 decades. In these 3 decades, its temperature has slightly increased. You see, that slightly makes a lot of difference. You know that slightly makes a lot of difference. But we people are not bothered. People are not worried about that. Because of that, will not be worried. You see, I'll give a small example. You see, in a glass, you take a vessel, put the water into that, and you put a frog into it. How does it feel? Cold water is there, and you put the frog into that. It sits nicely or enjoy in swimming, right? Now you take that vessel with the frog, keep it on the stove, start heating up the water. At the beginning, when the water is getting heated up, it does not matter for that. Slightly it is heating up, that does not make any difference. Even then, the frog is moving nicely, living happily, and settle down. But as you continue heating, imagine, now you continued heating up of the water. Slowly, from the bottom of that vessel, water gets warmer and warmer. Then the frog starts feeling up. What does it do? It will not try to jump. It will try to swim and tries to come up. Now you have started continuing the heating process. The water started boiling. How does the frog feel now? Now the frog feels to move away from that vessel. Try to jump, trying to jump, but it fails. Same thing happens to us also. See, it might have taken a century to increase 0.0 degrees Celsius. But if we are not ready to reduce that, if we are not bothered about that, if we are not worried about that, if we have not taken care to reduce that, then what will happen? Slowly, day by day, the temperature of the earth increases. And one day it will reach in which we also cannot survive in that temperature. That days will be coming. Because of that, climatical changes will occur. What are the impacts of that? Example, El Nino effect. El Nino effect is an abnormal weather pattern caused by the warming of the Pacific Ocean near the equator, off the coast of the South America. Abnormal weather you take. Abnormal weather. Suddenly, when it should not rain, that time it will rain. Suddenly temperature goes to very low, minus degree. Sometimes it will reach to more than 50 degrees. That abnormal weather pattern will be happening. During rainy season, rain will not come. During summer season, sunlight will not be. There will be possibility. So that is called El Nino effect. Abnormal weather pattern is called El Nino effect. The second thing, what it happens? Melting of polar ice caps. Himalaya snow caps are being melted. Now you see, once when these Himalayan snow caps or polar ice caps starts melting down, the amount of water level increases on the earth. Because of that, the space will not be available. Melting of the ice caps results in the increasing the level of the water. Future impact, rise in sea level. When the melting of the polar ice cap takes slowly the rise in the sea level, that submerges many of the coastal areas. This is one of the effects that is going to happen. Therefore, controlling is very much important. We need to control them. Otherwise, it will happen to what is happened to the frog. I gave an example of the frog. What are the methods to control? Reduce the use of fossil fuels. Reduce the use of fossil fuels is one of the methods to control global warming. Improve efficiency of energy usage. Reduce deforestation and plant more and more trees. showing down the growth of human population, slowing down the growth of the human population, reduce the growth of the population. These are some of the methods wherein which we can control the global warming. We can control the heating up of the earth. At the same time, at the international level, they have also taken the initiation being taken to reduce the emission of the greenhouse gases. They have undertaken the initiation to reduce the emission of the greenhouse gases. Next one is the ozone depletion in the stratosphere. That one we will see in the next class.